Okay, everybody, the South Park episode just dropped, and honestly, it is hilarious. I mean, part of it is kind of like whatever, typical humor, but it was hilarious. Just watch this little snippet of our Prove Me Wrongs, our viral cultural domination on prime time on Comedy Central. So important, so impactful that South Park is highlighting. South Park gets this right. In fact, I think they've been watching a lot of Charlie Kirk videos. South Park, I was told going in, Charlie, if they say your name, that's a big win. Well, apparently there's the Charlie Kirk Awards. Now, there's going to be a lot said about this. But
Ultra-Christian nationalist Charlie Kirk was mocked on South Park by co-creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone. The consensus seems to be this.
Hey, everybody. So the South Park episode is going super viral right now.
Watching you set your brain to hyperspin Mega Drive to try and cope with this absolute annihilation of an episode of you and your entire stick is on brand. Every video you're just trying, no, I'm in on the joke, guys. Anyway, I guess just continue to cope. I don't know. This is tough to watch, Charlie.
South Park just humiliated the Trump administration again. Though this time it was less about Trump himself and more people in his orbit. But also it even started before the episode aired last night, or because the Department of Homeland Security tried to use South Park as a way to promote itself, posting a still of the episode's teaser where ICE agents descended upon South Park with the caption, join.ice.gov. But then South Park ratioing the government commenting, wait, so we are relevant? Hashtag eat a bag of dicks. With that, of course, referencing the White House last month responding to the first episode where they said, the show hasn't been relevant for over 20 years and is hanging on by a thread with uninspired ideas in a desperate attempt for attention. But really, whatever you think about South Park, they have people's attention. And as they're mocking the low quality of people being allowed in to ICE, we are introduced to Trump's DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. And over the course of the episode, they really lean into mocking aspects of why she's been called ICE Barbie, where everything seems to be for a photo shoot or a video. And people are having to constantly put on makeup, inject stuff, just keep her face from falling off, which literally it does fall off. But in addition to that, they really lean into the dog controversy with Kristi Noem, which over the course of the episode, she just shoots dog after dog in the face. She even snipes crypto, and as the credits run, she shoots up a dog store. And then
It's not just that they mocked Kristi Noem, it's that they made their profile picture on all social platforms how they depicted her in the show. Kristi Noem, meanwhile?
Yeah, it never ends, but it's so lazy to just constantly make fun of women for how they look. Only the liberals and the extremists do that. If they wanted to criticize my job, go ahead and do that, but clearly they can't. They just pick something petty like that.
Hang on a minute. Let's unpack what we just heard. The administration you are a part of has drastically rolled back a woman's right to choose, crushing reproductive rights, slashing government funding for international aid, which includes programs that focus specifically on assisting women. Do not play the feminist card here, okay? It's cheap, it's inaccurate, and something that, quite frankly, you can't even stand. Second, saying, if they wanted to criticize my job, go ahead and do that, but clearly they can't. Did you watch the episode? Did you take it in? Do you have any critical thinking skills? From the Daily Beast, South Park's parody of Noem depicted her as an ICE agent in full glam who loves posing for the camera, killing puppies, using Botox, and arresting anyone suspected of being Hispanic. Since joining Trump's cabinet earlier this year, Noem has staged photo ops at deportation raids and at El Salvador's notorious Cot prison, where she posed for photos in front of a cell full of prisoners. Again, what are you talking about? In addition, notice she did not acknowledge nor respond to this.
Kristi Noem speaking out in her first TV interview about fatally shooting her dog because she says the animal was untrainable. Many say the revelation torpedoed her chances of being Donald Trump's running mate, but Noem is calling the controversy fake news.
Kristi Noem is hitting back at the firestorm raging over her shooting her dog to death.
She attacked me, and it was a hard decision.
The South Dakota governor tells Sean Hannity she had to put her dog Cricket down after the animal ate the neighbor's chickens and tried to bite her.
And I had a choice between keeping my small children and other people safe or a dangerous animal, and I chose the safety of my children.
Noem first made the revelation in her new autobiography, No Going Back.
What did you think about the debate?
Well, we still don't know what Kamala Harris would do if she was given the opportunity to be president.
But it was a fierce debate, though, right?
No, it wasn't.
Would you say it was a dogfight?
I would say that the president President Trump did a fantastic job taking on 3 people at one time.
Do you think either of them was put down by the other?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't worried about that. I'm worried about the American people and if they're going to find out who Kamala Harris really is.
But if either of them were put out of their misery on the debate stage, which one was it?
Strange phrase.
Sorry, I guess I was just wondering if you killed that dog.
What are you talking about?
Did you kill the dog?
Oh my gosh, you're crazy.
It has been so hard to get answers to any questions here.
Even Kyle Kalinske reacted to the Noem quote by tweeting, "Nah, son, we're not playing this game as you ruin people's lives and shove them in concentration camps. F you and your plastic blank, Botoxed up face. Nobody gives a blank about your feelings." And that's the energy everyone should bring when it comes to folks like Charlie Kirk, Trump Jr., J.D. Vance, ICE, and Kristi Noem, etc. All of these people who have fascistic tendencies. Zach Vasquez of The Guardian wrote in his recap of the South Park episode, "Got a Nut," the name of the episode, posits that the individuals who serve as Trump's most gung-ho operatives are acting entirely cynically, doing and saying things they know are wrong for an easy paycheck. Certainly, that's part of it. See the signing bonuses and sponsorship deals the episode highlights, but it's dangerous to underestimate how many of these people fully believe their own rhetoric. But of course, it would be silly to expect a half-hour episode of South Park to encapsulate every facet of Trump's dystopia. Luckily, we've got plenty of episodes left to look forward to, 48 at minimum. Just as exciting will be the surefire backlash coming from Trump and his MAGA base, who are utterly incapable of not taking the bait. So let me just say, as someone who started watching South Park when Starvin' Marvin was around, I have seen the trajectory of this show and how those terrible graphics, like when a satellite was up Cartman's anus from the aliens, again, dating myself, to seeing what they're working with now and the graphics just improving with technology over time. They have touched on politics, but I think what the right doesn't understand is like South Park hates everybody. Like, it's not about them being like libs, like Kristi Noem likes to say, and it's not about them being super far right, like the libs will say. They literally call out everybody for everything. This is just what they do. That is authentically who they are. Remember when they made fun of Sally Struthers? Like, how do you make fun of that? They did. And that was like, oh gosh. They made fun of, what was the episode? Chin Pokemon? Insane. I mean, Cartman with the character whose name I will not say because it's offensive. I mean, they've gone after Hillary, they've gone after Trump, they've gone after Bush, they've gone after Obama. Like, they go after everybody. But what does get me is that I do agree with Good Trouble and others that Charlie Kirk thinks that he's in on the joke. Like, it's awesome. It's truly awesome. Beavis strikes again, apparently. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.